Breakers may fail to trip for several reasons. Firstly, faulty breakers could be the culprit. The breakers might be defective and not tripping properly even when there are excessive load conditions. Secondly, an overheating neutral wire could be the reason why the breaker did not trip. If the neutral wire was overloaded, it could cause a voltage drop, reducing the current flowing through the breaker and preventing it from tripping. Thirdly, an improper connection might have been the source of the melting. The extension cord may not have been properly connected, leading to arcing and overheating at the connection points. This could have caused the cord ends to melt without tripping the breaker. The sudden loss of power to all receptacles could have been caused by a momentary overcurrent condition that tripped the main breaker or a circuit breaker feeding multiple receptacles. However, if no breakers were tripped, it's possible that the overcurrent condition was transient and cleared before any breaker could respond. An amperage draw of 8 amps on a 15 amp circuit is acceptable, as it falls within the circuit's rated capacity. To test the breakers, you can use an amp clamp to measure the current draw on the circuit. If the current exceeds the breaker's rated capacity, the breaker should trip. You should also test the breakers using the heat trip function if available, to ensure they respond to excessive heat. It is recommended to replace the 20 amp breaker with a 15 amp breaker to ensure proper protection for the circuit. Verify the condition of the neutral wire and make sure all connections are tight. Inspect the extension cord for any damage or overheating. If the breakers continue to fail to trip properly, replace them as they may be defective. It's important to understand the role of circuit breakers in electrical safety. Circuit breakers are designed to protect electrical circuits from damage caused by overcurrent or short circuits. They automatically interrupt the flow of electricity when a fault is detected, preventing fires and other hazards. A properly functioning circuit breaker is essential for the safety of any electrical system. When a circuit breaker fails to trip as expected, it can indicate a serious problem that needs to be addressed immediately. Possible causes include a defective breaker, an overloaded circuit, or a short circuit. It's important to investigate the cause of the problem and take corrective action to prevent further damage or injury. One common cause of circuit breaker failure is a defective breaker. Circuit breakers can fail over time due to wear and tear, corrosion, or manufacturing defects. When a circuit breaker fails, it may not trip when it should, or it may trip prematurely. It's important to test circuit breakers regularly to ensure that they are functioning properly. Another common cause of circuit breaker failure is an overloaded circuit. An overloaded circuit occurs when too much electricity is being drawn from a circuit. This can happen when too many appliances or devices are plugged into the same circuit, or when a single appliance draws too much power. When a circuit is overloaded, the circuit breaker should trip to prevent the wires from overheating and causing a fire. However, if the circuit breaker is defective or improperly sized, it may not trip, leading to a dangerous situation. Short circuits can also cause circuit breakers to fail. A short circuit occurs when there is an unintended connection between two wires in a circuit. This can happen when insulation on the wires is damaged, or when a conductive object comes into contact with both wires. When a short circuit occurs, a large amount of current flows through the circuit, which can cause the wires to overheat and melt. The circuit breaker should trip to interrupt the flow of electricity and prevent a fire. However, if the circuit breaker is defective or improperly sized, it may not trip, leading to a dangerous situation. In addition to these common causes, there are other factors that can contribute to circuit breaker failure. These include loose connections, corrosion, and improper installation. It's important to inspect electrical systems regularly to identify and correct any potential problems. When troubleshooting a circuit breaker that has failed to trip, it's important to follow a systematic approach. Firstly, check the circuit breaker to make sure that it is properly sized for the circuit. The circuit breaker should be rated for the maximum amount of current that the circuit can safely handle. Secondly, check the circuit for any signs of overloading. Make sure that there are not too many appliances or devices plugged into the same circuit. Thirdly, check the circuit for any signs of a short circuit. Look for damaged insulation or loose connections. Fourthly, test the circuit breaker to make sure that it is functioning properly. you can use a circuit breaker tester to verify that the breaker will trip when it is supposed to. Fifthly, if you suspect that the circuit breaker is defective, replace it with a new one. Make sure to use a circuit breaker that is properly sized for the circuit. In addition to these troubleshooting steps, there are some preventive measures that you can take to reduce the risk of circuit breaker failure. Firstly, avoid overloading circuits. Use power strips or surge protectors to distribute the load evenly across multiple circuits. Secondly, inspect electrical systems regularly for any signs of damage or wear. Look for frayed wires, loose connections, and corroded components. Thirdly, have a qualified electrician inspect electrical systems periodically to ensure that they are in good working order. Fourthly, use only high-quality electrical components. Cheap or self-centered components are more likely to fail, leading to safety hazards. Fifthly, follow all electrical safety codes and regulations. These codes are designed to protect people and property from electrical hazards. By following these preventive measures, you can reduce the risk of circuit breaker failure and ensure the safety of your electrical system. When working with electricity, it's important to take precautions to protect yourself from injury. Always disconnect the power before working on electrical circuits. Use insulated tools and wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. Understanding the basics of circuit breakers and electrical safety can help you protect yourself and your property from electrical hazards. Remember that electricity is a powerful force that can be dangerous if not handled properly. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your electrical system is safe and reliable. In a specific scenario described, where an extension cord melted due to overheating and the circuit breaker did not trip, there are several possible explanations. The fact that the extension cord was connected to a 20 amp circuit when the appliance specifications called for a maximum of 15 amps of current protection is a significant factor. This mismatch in amperage ratings could have contributed to the overheating and melting of the cord. When an appliance or device draws more current than the circuit is designed to handle, the wires can overheat, potentially leading to a fire. Circuit breakers are designed to prevent this by tripping and interrupting the flow of electricity when an overcurrent condition is detected. However, if the circuit breaker is not functioning properly or is improperly sized, it may not trip, allowing the wires to overheat and potentially cause a fire. In this case, the 20 amp circuit breaker may not have tripped because the current draw was not high enough to trigger the breaker, even though it was high enough to overheat and melt the extension cord. This could be due to a number of factors, including a faulty breaker, an overloaded neutral wire, or an improper connection. A faulty breaker may not trip at its rated current, or it may trip at a higher current than it is supposed to. An overloaded neutral wire can cause a voltage drop, which can reduce the current flowing through the breaker and prevent it from tripping. An improper connection can create resistance, which can cause the wires to overheat without tripping the breaker. The fact that all of the receptacles shut off but no breakers tripped is also unusual. This could indicate a problem with the main breaker or a circuit breaker feeding multiple receptacles. However, if no breakers tripped, it's possible that the overcurrent condition was transient and cleared before any breaker could respond. The fact that the lights did not go out suggests that the problem was localized to the receptacle circuit and did not affect the entire electrical system. The fact that the circuit breaker tripped when testing from neutral to hot indicates that the breaker is capable of tripping under certain conditions. However, the fact that it did not trip on heat trip suggests that the breaker may not be functioning properly under thermal overload conditions. Based on these observations, it is recommended to take the following steps. Firstly, replace the 20 amp breaker with a 15 amp breaker to ensure proper protection for the circuit. Secondly, verify the condition of the neutral wire and make sure all connections are tight. Thirdly, inspect the extension cord for any damage or overheating. Fourthly, test the circuit breakers using the heat trip function if available to ensure they respond to excessive heat. Fifthly, if the breakers continue to fail to trip properly, replace them as they may be defective. In addition to these steps, it is also important to educate the customer about the importance of using properly sized extension cords and avoiding overloading circuits. Using an extension cord with a lower amperage rating than the appliance can cause the cord to overheat and potentially cause a fire. Overloading a circuit can also cause the wires to overheat and potentially cause a fire. It is important to use only properly sized extension cords and to avoid overloading circuits. By following these recommendations, it is possible to identify and correct the problem and prevent future incidents. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electricity and to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any concerns.